This is Guru Focus First Look, your morning market brief for Tuesday, August 25. Here are the stories driving markets today. Nvidia is in focus this morning as the company prepares to report earnings, with analysts highlighting that its current valuation appears relatively low compared to growth expectations. The results are expected to be a key driver for semiconductor stocks as investors weigh Nvidia's future performance amid ongoing debates about its growth trajectory and position in the artificial intelligence sector. Turning now to the broader markets, U.S. stock futures edged higher ahead of Nvidia's earnings and key inflation data. Investors are also watching the Federal Reserve's upcoming Jackson Hole summit, with chip makers under pressure and market sentiment cautious as the session begins. Another story we're watching is Amazon, which saw its shares rise 1.8% after reporting robust growth in its AWS cloud division. The strong performance in cloud computing outpaced slower results in Amazon's core retail business, with CEO Andy Jassy projecting significant long-term revenue potential for AWS.
Meanwhile, in deal news, Paramount Global's proposed $110 billion acquisition of Warner Bros. Discovery remains stalled. Regulatory and legal challenges continue to delay the transaction, with settlement talks ongoing and no resolution yet in sight. On the commodities front, oil prices dipped to a one-week low as investors largely shrugged off the latest round of U.S. sanctions on Iran. The market is instead focused on broader supply and demand dynamics, with traders monitoring economic pressure on Iran while awaiting further developments.
Global stocks mostly gained overnight, supported by the decline in oil prices and anticipation of Nvidia's earnings results. Market participants are also closely watching geopolitical developments, particularly increased U.S. economic pressure on Iran. This next story is about Aura, the smart ring maker, which is reportedly preparing for a September initial public offering that could value the company at over $16 billion. The planned IPO would mark a significant milestone for the wearable technology sector. Turning to corporate earnings, Dick's Sporting Goods reported lower than expected second quarter revenue, citing a challenging footwear market. The company also warned of a more promotional retail environment, which weighed on shares of Nike and Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Elsewhere, LEGO reported record first-half revenue for 2026, driven by strong sales across both high-end and value product ranges. The company's partnerships with World Cup and Formula One helped boost performance in the period. Also making news, Bitcoin surged overnight, briefly topping $80,000 and erasing 3 months of declines in just 1 week. The move comes as a broader rally in the cryptocurrency sector gathers pace. In the technology sector, Microsoft faced a leak of internal pay data, revealing employee compensation and artificial intelligence usage costs. Reports indicate some staff are spending thousands of dollars per month on AI tools, highlighting the rising costs associated with advanced technologies.
Meanwhile, Anthropic instructed its San Francisco employees to work from home due to a potential strike by its office security team. The move underscores ongoing labor tensions in the technology industry. On the regulatory front, the Securities and Exchange Commission has launched an investigation into situational awareness, a high-profile AI-driven hedge fund that recently faced operational turmoil. In healthcare, Roche and Eli Lilly received FDA clearance for their new Alzheimer's blood test, representing a significant step forward in early detection of the disease. Finally, United Airlines announced new international routes for 2027, expanding service to destinations including Sardinia and Okinawa as the airline responds to strong demand for global travel.
That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.